the dream of Bitcoin, we're so hyper focused on, you know, the billionaires, the millionaires, and then everyone else.
Right.
And we're saying like, oh, we have almost this zero sum mentality about wealth. That There's just a little bit of it. A few people have most of it. And most people have none of it.
Right.
But one of the great promises of Bitcoin is that by actually making things like inflation impossible, which is theft,
right,
and then making taxation at least on a fairer footing, let's say. Like if you're being overtaxed, it's much easier for you to leave the jurisdiction that's overtaxing you with your capital, right? You're not going to be as subjected to capital controls or other coercive measures. So people get this power to vote with their feet that we've never had before, with our capital intact. Typically, you just have to flee the country with whatever's on your back. But now you could flee the country with, you know, a lot of purchasing power on your brain. In that world, presumably, we have less to no inflation and we have less taxation. So we have less theft occurring. And so by economic axiom, if you have less theft occurring, every second that's spent stealing from someone is a second that's spent not producing something.
Right.
So when you have less theft occurring, you have more production, the possibility of more production occurring. So humanity becomes more productive, which is to say we become more wealthy in aggregate. And so Bitcoin not only lets it, like it's letting the individuals hold the fruits of their own labor,
right,
but it's also creating an incentive structure that encourages the production of more aggregate wealth, right? The proverbial tide that rises all ships,
right,
raises all ships. That's not something I think people take seriously enough. It's maybe obviously it's kind of a mouthful to even say it, but Bitcoin doesn't just emerge and redistribute the existing wealth more equitably.
Right.
It's also stimulating more wealth creation. So everyone will become richer as a result of this thing. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, click here to find more just like it, and here to find our most recent episode. Also, make sure to like this video to help shine light on the corruption of money, and be sure to subscribe to this channel to stay connected.